Hey guys, it's Jared. Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to make a little video because it's just about springtime. It's 73 degrees in February, but pollen season is here. As you can see on this truck right here, it's already here. You can tell people have already been trying to wipe it off, which is what you do not want to do. Whenever it comes to pollen and all this kind of stuff, you don't want to wipe it off, kind of like I just did, because it'll actually damage your clear coat. Your clear coat is not as thick as you think it is. Whenever you wipe pollen off, pollen by itself is very spiky. It'll dig into your paint, it'll dig into that clear coat and actually remove it. Now, if you wipe it once, it doesn't look like it's actually, damaging anything. But if you've ever driven a pilot hole in the wood or had to screw something in, you know that you need to make that little tiny hole in order to help the bigger hole go in. Now that I've made a bunch of little scratches on here, they're on the microscopic level. All the pollen will now fill into that hole, and whenever you wipe it the next time, it'll make that hole even bigger. So now that the hole is even bigger, it's going to fill in with more pollen, and whenever it gets more pollen, it's going to make it bigger, and eventually you're getting scratches all over your clear. Now, for anybody who knows me, you guys know I drive an old car. This paint is 32 years old. This is literal paint. This is paint with clear coat on it. You can literally see where it's chipping up right here. Now, it might be a little bit hard to see, but this is literally your layer of clear coat. It's paper thin. You need to be very careful about scratching this, denting this, dinging this at all, because it's really difficult to get this unscratched. So now that you know that pollen can be really bad for your car, what can you do about it, and what can you do about paint that's already been scratched? Well, what you can do about something that's already been scratched is that you can just buff and polish it out. That'll get rid of all the scratches. We'll get rid of all the visible scratches. The scratches will always be there. If your clear coat was flat, that means it's fresh, unscratched. Once you scratch it, you've taken that, put a jag in it, and then flatten it back out over here. So whenever you polish it out, you're essentially rounding out those sharp angles. And once those are rounded out, you can't see the lines as much, because whenever those lines come in, it's just bouncing back white light, and that's what you see as a scratch. You just need to remember, though, that if you're going to polish and buff your car, you're literally taking away this clear coat, and you only have so much of it before it's completely gone. The other thing too now is that, let's say you want to prevent it. You just bought a brand new car, either from me or from elsewhere, and you want to prevent that. What you can do is that before pollen season comes and destroys your car, you can clean it up, get it as clean as possible, remove all the dirt, all of the grime off of it, and make that paint completely naked. Once it's to that point, you can apply what's called either just wax, or you can do a ceramic coating. I would highly recommend a ceramic coating. It costs more, but it will protect your paint way longer. Anytime you have any sort of ceramic coating, if you have any sort of dirt or pollen or anything on your car, you can literally take a hose and just rinse all the dirt off, and it won't damage your paint. The way that the ceramic coating works is that it literally just acts like extra clear coat on top of your car. So that way, all you're doing is damaging the ceramic coating that you put on instead of your actual clear coat. It also has really good properties that makes it hydrophobic, so water and dirt just likes to sheet right off of it. You can also use wax, which will be a lot cheaper compared to the ceramic coating. It's just that the wax is only going to last for 3 to 6 months, kind of depending on what it is. Now, that can get you through pollen season, but if you really want to protect your vehicle, you really want to protect your vehicle, get the ceramic coating, because the ceramic coating is going to last you from anywhere to 1 to 2 years. And I would just personally reapply it right before every spring, before all of the before all the pollen starts falling off of the street. Okay, so now you know that you need to protect your paint, that you need to take care of it. The biggest thing now is that because pollen season's already here, and I told you to not wipe, all the pollen off of your car, how do I now clean my car in order to get it? So what you do is that you get just a hose and literally just hose your car to death, and all the water, with all the rippling and everything, it'll pick up that pollen and it'll take it off the car for you. So that way you don't need to worry about wiping the pollen off. Because remember, that pollen, it's very spiky. It will very easily damage your clear coat. I actually had a guy, he's been in the detailing business for 40 plus years. He says, do not wipe pollen off of your car. He says, just hose it off, take a leaf blower and blow it off. Just don't wipe it, because if you wipe it, you'll dig it in. But anyway, take water, just hose it off, get as much off of it as you can, and then from there, just clean your car as you normally would. You know, get rid of all the contaminants, get rid of all the dirt, get rid of all that stuff, and then once you've done that, you can then apply your ceramic coating or wax or whatever you're going to wind up going with, and now it's protected. Just be very careful as you do it. Try not to do it in a windy area, because if you do that, of course, more pollen is just going to come right back on, and then whenever you apply that ceramic coating or wax, you're actually going to wind up trapping that pollen between the clear coat and the coating that you just put on. All right, so if you guys have any questions, any at all, just leave a comment below this video. Let me know if there's anything I can answer for you, anything I can help with or give you ideas on. If I need to explain something a little bit better, let me know. I just kind of did this really quickly just so I can get it out, get this information out there for you guys. Aside from that, I hope you guys are all happy, healthy, and safe. Take care. Hit me up if you need to buy a car, and be well.